So there's this Kalium quote that says, "You're what you do, not what you say you'll do." So how many times have you promised yourself something, or that you'll go through with something, only for you to move on without ever doing it? I'll finally start that project tomorrow. I will finally leave him or her, or I will finally be consistent in that hobby or skill I picked up on, or I have decided to confront them and take a stand, only for you to postpone for when you're ready or at the right time, or you're waiting for the perfect alignment. And thing is, you actually want to do it. You're always so sure that you're going to do it. But there seems to be something that is always holding you back. And it's never one thing. That's the thing. It's the tiny broken promises to yourself and later to those around you. You start throwing around words like, "I'll do it tomorrow," or you start overthinking why you can't do it or why not to do it. And thing is, these things, just like compound interest, they accumulate into heaps of things I should have done or what ifs. Hi guys, welcome to Anything and Everything. My name is Essie, and on today's episode I want to open up your mind to the importance of following through with those promises that you make to yourself and to other people. The things you whisper and dream of doing, whether they fail or not. Basically, it's about being impeccable with your word. I first came across being impeccable with your word when I was reading about it in the book The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel, and I didn't think much about it then until I was introspecting and it clicked. So being impeccable isn't much about honesty with others, but it's much more of having a sense of integrity and respect for yourself. It's about the boundaries, the strict program, the principles that you have for yourself. Because here's the thing, our words shape our reality. We know that. We have always heard about that. People have been saying about that. And even in writing. So if you say one thing and then do another, you're slowly starting to teach your brain that your words don't mean much. You're telling your brain that it's okay to disrespect self. And that is just the start. Because this is what happens. You tell yourself you'll show up and then you don't, or that you'll start caring and then you delay. Do that a couple of times and then something deeper grows. Self-doubt creeps in because you don't know if you can. You're not even doing anything to know if you can. Then guilt follows because now you feel inadequate. You feel as if you're failing. You feel lazy. And then you become resentful. You grow resentment towards yourself first, and then towards everyone else around you. You start projecting. So you become triggered every time people are living or existing, because it shows you or it reminds you of the demons in your closets. I noticed these in small moments, times when I've had something to do, or when I promised myself to do something and then I get distracted, or I'm just there lying on the bed or sitting on the couch and I'm telling myself, just one more TikTok, and I'll go get up and do what I'm supposed to do. And 1,000 scrolls later, it's late. I can't do it anymore, and we're there. We'll try again tomorrow, right? And at first, it's not a big deal, but remember, my subconscious is recording. So over time, if I keep doing this, there's a shame that grows, and you notice this shame when your head hits the pillow at night, and you realize this shame is from a lack of discipline and showing up when you could have easily just done it. I mean, you could have easily just be strict and do anything. And this thing doesn't just spread to your routines. It goes from your routines to your goals and your identity, and it's like a disease. So if it's not suppressed at an early stage, it becomes destructive, harmful. We like to think we are waiting for the right moment, or that there is more time, or that we are waiting for more energy and clarity. But between me and you, there is no perfect moment. We all know that deep down we are very aware. But there's this part of us that is holding us back, that is just afraid to begin imperfectly. The illusion that everything has to be figured out at first has to be thrown out of the window. You figure stuff out as you're doing it. And if something arises, you trust yourself that you'll figure it out, that you'll cross that bridge when you're there, that you'll get creative and you will learn. Even the people we admire, they missed details and they doubted themselves. They were just brave enough to see it through. You know, they were not perfect, but they showed up. And if they gave in, then we wouldn't have known them. You don't give up before trying or before the journey starts. So if you want to see the shift, if you want to see the change, you have to stop negotiating with yourself about things that matter, or things that you say matter to you. You have to create that friendship with yourself, where you tell yourself the truth even if it's uncomfortable. Because the truth is, most of the time you're not confused about what to do or what you want to do. You're just resisting it. You're overthinking it in your brain. And in that hesitation, in that back and forth is where growth actually is. Who you are and who you want to become is differentiated by that resistance. So how do you deal with that friction? I had someone say, if you're looking for reasons not to do it, please do it. And if you're looking for reasons to do it, don't do it. I'm here to tell you to stop overthinking. You know what you want. Stop waiting for permission or a sign. Just do it. In small ways, just act. Take it one day at a time, baby steps. And maybe you'll love it, or maybe you'll hate it. Who knows? But every time you follow through, you close the gap between who you say you are and how you actually live. So it stops becoming a dream or a desire, and it actually becomes the reality that you exist in. I'm a writer because I write, whether I'm good or not because I sit around waiting for when I'm amazingly good at it. So the real thrill is not in the outcome, it's in having the confidence to say I will do it, and actually doing it, and actually the growth that you acquire along the way. Anyways, that's the end of my video. I hope that from today you will learn to respect your decisions, your words, and your thoughts. Make sure to like, share, and comment. And as always, remember to live, laugh, and learn. Ciao.